Mohawk leftist brutalized and stalked elderly Trump supporter, made to regret it. Rebecca Parker Manke is a hardcore rabid leftist who wears a distinctive mohawk. She brutalized and stalked an elderly Trump supporter. Anybody in Palo Alto know this freak? Manke posted on her Facebook with a picture of the elderly man. I think he lives in Palo Alto. He will never forget me and will think seriously about wearing that MAGA hat in my town ever again. Well, this woman was made to regret it. According to an internet search, Rebecca Parker Manke is 46 years old and resides in Palo Alto, which is a very expensive and exclusive community in Northern California. It also has a real hippie-type movement of shabby leftists as it is the home of Stanford University. Sometime over the weekend, Manke was at a Starbucks where she spotted the elderly Trump supporter, proudly wearing his MAGA hat. He will remain nameless for his own protection. Well, that's when the crazed Manke attacked him and then went home and continued to stalk him on Facebook. Anybody in Palo Alto know this freak? Manke wrote. He was sitting in Starbucks. I think he lives in Palo Alto. He will never forget me and will think seriously about wearing that hat in my town ever again. If you see him in this hat, please confront him. You do not want to be the person who didn't speak up as we slipped into fascism. Of course, it would be pointless to tell Manke she is acting like the Nazi Gestapo, the ultimate fascists. But she was just getting started. I yelled at him. Called the entire Starbucks to order and yelled at him more about how it is not okay to hate brown people. Manke said. He threatened to call the cops. I left after yelling at him some more. When I walked back by after picking up my lunch, he was still there. I went back in and yelled that I had changed my mind and wanted him to call the police because I wanted to know his name, where he lived, his wife's name, and where his kids went to school. The crazed Manke said. After the Mohawk-wearing loser told the Trump supporter to call the police, she said he got up to leave. Then chased him out of Starbucks yelling at him to get the FCK out of my town and never come back. She said. I think he lives in Palo Alto. Please send me a DM if you see him anywhere. Said Manke, hoping she can continue to brutalize this poor man whose only crime was wearing a MAGA hat. And that's when she noticed a funny thing. The part that was really heartbreaking to me was that in a full Starbucks, I was the only person yelling at him. There were other white people there who should have called him out. It is the duty of every white person in America to stand up to this every time they see it. In fact, one woman did do something. We do not know if she was present or just found out about this horrible creature attacking a poor elderly man minding his own business, but she made sure Rebecca Parker Manke would regret her actions. After a little internet sleuthing, Twitter user Amy found out that the demented Manke's husband was a teacher working for the Palo Alto School District. I just called the Palo Alto police and filed a report against your employee Manke's wife, tweeted Amy to the superintendent of the Palo Alto District. It has concerning that you de-employee someone with such a seemingly violent wife, especially at a school. Hopefully, you'll look into this very serious matter. She followed that up with adding, I left a voicemail with your secretary Victoria regarding the wife of your employee Manke. Parker Manke is inciting mob-like violence against an elderly man who wore a MAGA hat. She lists your school info on her FB. Do you condone? Concerned citizens had already found out Rebecca Parker Manke's place of employment is called Griffin Strings. And they made sure the CEO of the company got the entire story. Well, just late yesterday afternoon, Manke's employer fired her. With regard to the aforementioned incident on April 1, 2019, the employee in question has been terminated. Griffin does not believe anyone should be harassed or subject to hate speech no matter their beliefs, posted the CEO on their Facebook page. Sadly, there is an army of crazed Rebecca Parker Manke's out there who see anyone wearing a MAGA hat and then attack them as if they were on a mission using Adolf Hitler's Gestapo tactics. This all can be traced back to fake news who since day one has falsely reported that President Trump is a racist, bigot, and xenophobe. But, these idiots who act out like Manke can blame the fake news for their actions. They are sick individuals who are brainwashed. The only way they will learn is to do what concerned citizens did for this poor elderly man. Call them out and make police reports. Contact their employers. Only then will they be faced with the fact that their actions aren't how we conduct ourselves in a civilized society. Here's hoping the elderly Trump supporter has some peace thanks to good people who cared enough to make sure he remained safe.